But we'll move on here and we'll talk about some Heisman odds this far through the season. Um, these Heisman odds they've changed a little bit as we've went through, but still the Stroud, who kind of came in as the
The front
favorite,
runner.
yeah, the front runner and the favorite, is still leading with plus 150. Jamison Williams here is now second at plus 400, with Bryce Young following at plus 900. This is probably and mostly due to this injury scare that we've
Yeah.
seen here.
And one game can just completely
Yeah,
just change your resume for getting Heisman. So
yeah. So that knocks Bryce Young down a bit, and then it gets rounded out with Hendon Hooker plus 1,300 and Stetson Bennett at plus 1,600. So just always interesting to keep an eye on this. Stroud, like I said, clearly the front runner, and Ohio State, out of all the top teams, is just by and large has seemed like the one with the least questions.
yeah.
Their biggest trouble was really against Notre Dame in the first game of the year, but
And that could just be
yeah,
first game
it
like
kind of seemed like just first game,
struggles and
struggles.
just getting on the same page.
They've had issues with JSN staying on the field since then. They had Mayan Williams stepping up and kind of um, you know playing a huge role in the run game with Trevion Henderson being injured. Their other wide receivers have been stepping up after kind of getting able to be on the same page with Stroud. So now, and their defense, by the way, top 10
Mm,
through the weeks, through the first few weeks this year,
right.
which is huge for them because that was kind of the biggest question to see if they were going to be really ready to take that step to be in the conversation to win a national championship, and now they're kind of showing that. So yeah, I don't think you could look at it another way at this point. With Stroud being the favorite, I don't think anybody else could really sit in that
Come close
position.
to that
But
right now.
definitely still a long way to go, and
Still a lot of football to be
yeah,
played.
a lot of football left to be played, and still plenty of times for people to have some Heisman moments or do some real special things on the football field.
Yeah, and I think another thing you have to look at as well is, we also like you also have SC. SC is trending upward and they're
Hmm.
starting to play well. Their offense looks stellar. I mean, their defense has a lot of questions still. It seems like not much has changed from last year, but again, when you have a great offense, you can lean on having maybe a little bit of a poor defense. So I think Caleb is also somebody that you can consider. He's playing great at quarterback right now. Some of the things that stand out, just in college with such a fast paced kind of thing where it's like, okay, go to your first read, fast paced RPO. Let's go. Let's pick up the speed so we can get as many possessions as possible, put up as much points on the board as possible. With Caleb, I mean sometimes that's the case, but with Caleb, you could tell like he goes through his progressions. You can tell he climbs the pocket. He does the things that you would want an NFL quarterback to do. So, I mean, he's not somebody that we spoke about often yet, but I think as time goes on in the season, that'll be a name that comes up and a name that we would have to respect for the Heisman trophy, obviously at the end of the day. But yeah, I think he's playing great football right now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So